Pantry Purgers. It's time for breakfast. Welcome to Mom's Vegan Kitchen Lessons. Today we're going to be making overnight oats. We're going to be using old-fashioned rolled oats. I like to get the organic kind, but it's up to you what kind you're using. But you will need the old-fashioned rolled oats for your overnight oats. We're also going to be using ground flaxseed. It's important to get flax seeds every day for your health, and you want to get ground flax seeds to get the full benefit. If you get whole flax seeds, your body can't break them down as well and you won't get the full benefit. So you want to make sure you have the ground flax seed. And then we're going to be using chia seeds. And we are going to add in some figs for sweetness. Now you can add in other things for sweetness such as date sugar or dates, other natural things that make it sweet. But for this one I'm going to be using figs. And then I'm going to be adding in some walnuts. For your overnight oats, you can add in whatever you like. Any type of nuts, any type of dried fruit. In the morning, when you take it out of the fridge, I'm going to be adding in some banana, but you can add in whatever you like. You can add in berries, etc. So let's get started. So for my overnight oats, I'm going to be using 1/3 of a cup of oats. The normal serving for a serving of oatmeal is 1/2 cup of oats to 1 cup of water. You always want to double your water for the amount of oats you're using. So I'm using 1/3 of a cup of oats because 1/2 cup is too much for me. So the 1/3 of a cup is a perfect amount for me, but you'll have to adjust it depending on, the quantity that you want to eat. To our old-fashioned rolled oats, I'm going to be adding 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and my walnuts, which I'm actually going to break up and make smaller just because that's the way I like them. And the final thing we're going to put in is our fig. Whenever you're cutting open dried figs, or whenever you're using dried figs in any type of recipe, you always want to, if you're cutting them up, you always really want to look inside and see how it's going inside of there. This looks like a really good one. Let me tell you a little bit about the life cycle of a fig. So a fig, it has a symbiotic relationship with a type of wasp. The adult wasp goes into the fig at the bottom right here and goes inside the whole fig as it's hanging on the tree, and she lays her eggs, or 1 egg, I guess, and then the egg develops into a larva to grow into an adult wasp, which then comes out of the bottom and flies away. So sometimes when you get a dried fig, you might find a larva or a wasp inside, and I always just check to make sure. You may have heard that some vegans do not consider figs to be a vegan food, and that's why, because some figs may still have the wasp inside of it, and for certain types of vegans, that goes against their way of thinking. I always just check it just to make sure I'm not actually eating a wasp or a larva, which I'm sure it would be fine if it went unnoticed. It would just get digested. It would be totally fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these up into small pieces. The smaller you cut them, the more sweetness will be able to disperse throughout the overnight oats as everything is coming together. And in the morning, when you go to prepare your overnight oats, if you have the smaller pieces, you'll find that your oats are very, very sweet. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put my fig into my bowl with the walnuts and the chia seeds and the ground flax seeds and the oats, and now I'm going to add water. So I said you always use double the amount of water for your amount of oats. So for the normal 1/2 cup of oats, you're going to use 1 cup of water, and I'm using 1/3 of a cup of oats, so I'm going to use 2/3 of a cup of water. But because we have other things in here with our oats, I always add a little bit extra water. Now, I know my bowl and the way it should look with the right amount of water in it, so I really can eyeball it. But for you, you're going to want to put in the double amount of water and then stir it around, and then add some more water if you think it's looks too thick, You do want it to be a little bit watery because overnight, as it sits in the refrigerator, it's going to thicken up. The chia seeds do a magic thing where they absorb water and they get very gelatinous and thick, and they help to get your overnight oats thickened up. So I stir it up and then I put a lid on it. So you really want to try to do this in a container that has a lid. And then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. And tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm going to take it out of the refrigerator and heat it up and add some soy milk and some bananas. And it's going to be delicious for breakfast. Good morning, Pantry Purgers, and welcome back to the Overnight Oats. This is the next morning, and I have taken my oats out of the refrigerator. I'm going to take the lid off, and you can see that it has really thickened up. All the water is absorbed. I make up to 5 of these at a time, so this could be anywhere from, a day old until 5 days old, kept in the fridge. It's ready to go. I'm going to add some soy milk to this. This is the kind of soy milk that I like to use, but of course you can use any type of plant-based milk that you like. So I'm just going to add a little bit. I don't measure it, I just pour it in. And then I'm going to stir it around. And you can see that even though all the water has gotten absorbed, by adding the soy milk to it, it's very creamy. And I'm going to heat it in the microwave. And you have to know your own microwave. I know my microwave, and it takes 1:20 seconds to get this to the right temperature that I like. So you have to know your own microwave. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the microwave for 1:20 seconds. I used to use the plainest soy milk I could find, which was just water and soybeans, and I came across this one, which does have more ingredients in it. Organic soybeans, water are the first 2 ingredients, and then it has a vitamin and mineral blend and other things in it. So I'm not really crazy about the fact that it does have those things in it, but this kind to me tastes really good. I like it. I like it in my coffee. It's very creamy. Now, if you're just using the basic one, which is just water and soybeans with no additives whatsoever, which is probably the best thing you can do, and it's going to be more watery. And so the way to counteract that is to use a frother to make it more creamy. And you can just get a simple frother like this at Bed Bath & Beyond. You just push this button and it rotates this thing, and that it froths up the milk, makes it very creamy. This particular one was $10, $9.99 at Bed Bath & Beyond. Plus the 20% off coupon that they always have at Bed Bath & Beyond. So that was really reasonable. They also had a different one that was $19.99, but I didn't see any reason to spend double for the same thing. Okay, just finished in the microwave. Let's bring it down from the microwave. And I'm just going to give it a stir. Wow, it looks really good. Creamy and warm. Let me give it a taste before I add the banana. Oh, so good. The way I like to do it is add a banana, but of course you can add anything you like to it. Nuts, berries, fruit, any type of fruit. So when I do a banana, just because I like smaller pieces, I cut it in half this way first, and then I cut it into the oatmeal. Again, it's a taste preference. You're going to do it however you like it. Remember, whenever you're watching any type of cooking tutorial, cooking video, any type of cooking advice, it's just advice, opinion. I mean, do it the way you like it. It's your kitchen, it's your food, you're in charge of the cooking, and you have to do it the way you like it. And you can experiment and see how things work if you do it differently, and give it a try. There you go. That is I'm going to eat the last piece. I always eat while I'm making stuff. And that is the overnight oats, heated up with bananas, and I'm going to enjoy this delicious breakfast, and it is going to be very filling and keep me full until my mid-morning snack or even until lunchtime. So I hope you give it a try. Enjoy! Don't forget, subscribe to our channel right here for more fantastic recipes, nutrition, and gardening tips. Be sure to click on the bell to never miss any new amazing videos. Enjoy!